Reactions are pouring in after MP Randy Boissonnault resigned from cabinet due to shifting claims of Indigenous identity. A statement from the Prime Minister's office Wednesday said that the Prime Minister and Mr. Boissonnault agreed he would step away from cabinet effective immediately and focus on clearing the allegations made against him. Health Minister Mark Holland says that the allegations had become a distraction in cabinet and that it was a good choice for Mr. Boissonnault to step away.
Mr. Boissonnault made the decision, Minister Boissonnault, to step back from cabinet so he can challenge the allegations that were made. I refer you to his statement, and I think that's entirely appropriate.
What changed? The Prime Minister voiced his support yesterday, so what changed between that and now?
Well, I think that, there's a lot of information swirling around. I can tell you I've been here a long time. The best way to tackle that is to focus exclusively on it and make sure that that's what you're doing. And it would have been very hard for him to both do his job and to take an opportunity to defend himself personally. So this allows him to focus on that and make sure that information gets corrected, as I'm sure he will now do.
Anthony Koch from AK Strategies joined us earlier to explain what went wrong for the now former employment minister.
This is the problem with scandals, right? Whenever I give communications advice, I always say it's very simple. Step one, shut up. Step two, don't lie. Step three, repeat step one. And unfortunately with him, it was just, there was the initial scandal, right? The other Randy. There's a company that's owned by somebody with his name, but it's not actually him. So step one, he lied, right? Or he didn't shut up, worse. Then he lied, and then it kept going. The problem with most scandals is there's layers to them, right? So it's weird that he got as defensive as he did to begin with when the story first broke. And now we know why, because there was many layers to this. And first of all, we have our Elizabeth Warren in Canada now. His name is Randy Boissonnault. So again, this is sort of the kiss of death. I love the way they framed it, that he's agreed to leave cabinet momentarily as he clears his name. Let me tell you something, he's not clearing his name. It's done, it's cooked. And in any case, you've got an election coming up within a year. And his riding, unfortunately for him, very fortunate for people like me, is going to go conservative. So the consequences to him and to the Liberals writ large, I don't think are actually going to be that pronounced. The result of the election doesn't hinge on this. But I think when you're talking about trying to capture some semblance of media narrative, the difficulty they're having is this in isolation is not probably the biggest deal in the world, other than for Randy specifically. But it's another plot point that people can point to in what has become a long series of points that demonstrate the sort of moral bankruptcy, vacuity, and corruption that has defined this Liberal government for quite some time now. And I think if you're somebody who's already fed up, or if there's anybody who's still on the precipice of being fed up, this is the kind of thing that really drives it home that these guys got to go, and it's time for a change in government.